Welcome to my channel. I am Liliana, one with a vision. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you all so much for the likes and shares. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you all so much for sharing this video with someone who may need it, if it's not for you. My message from God today is, you stop giving to them. You stop giving to a certain person in your life, and they were angry. And because they were angry and because they were mad, they seeked vengeance on you, like hateful vengeance. And anybody that they could get close to and talk to that may have known you or was close to you, any lie that they could spread, anything that they could say to make people look at you like you were a villain, like you were just this bad person out here doing anything out here in this world, they would talk to whoever they could talk to. And they got close to some people that you know. It may have been your family members and people. They studied you. And they studied their family. Maybe this was someone you was in a relationship with. So you all were close. So they knew your family. But they also knew your family weaknesses. You got to be careful of who you let into your life, because people will sit up and study you. They know your weaknesses. They know your family weak. If they knew your family didn't have your back, they knew that your family would believe anything that they say. Because maybe there were things that happened in your life, in your family, and they were around when it happened, and they seen the betrayal. They seen them do things to you that wasn't right. So they knew that anytime they would go to your family or friends or whoever it was that was close to you and say things, they were going to believe them. They knew that because they studied. They studied you. They studied your family. They studied your friends. They studied your pattern. You going to work, what you did every day. They knew everything about you. They knew too much. And they were able to use that to hurt you because you stopped giving to them. I don't know if it maybe you broke off the relationship, that you stopped giving them attention. Maybe it just didn't work. They didn't have anybody to use anymore. You could have been a giver. This person wasn't. They were used to you helping them do things and giving them things. And then when you cut them off, they're mad because they knew what type of person you were. You were a good person, or you are a good person. And they know whoever else that you went towards to go be with, they will love you and adore you because you were good to this person. You were good to this person. And the moment you realize that they didn't care about you, maybe the way that you cared about them, you cut them off. You were more of a giver than this person. You gave too much. Too much time, too much effort, whatever it was, you gave too much. And the moment you walked away, hey, I don't have nobody else to use. I don't have anybody else to ask for anything. Even if it was your energy, the fact that you were a good person, I don't have anybody's energy I don't have anything to soak off of, to feed off of anymore. So now they left out in the cold. But they already knew things about you because they had got close to you. So they were able to get in contact with people that knew you and say things about you, and they believed them because they knew your family or friends. I don't know why I want to say family, but they knew that your family was weak, and they would believe anything that they say. And everything that they were saying about you was not yours. It was their own life. They reflected upon you. And these people sat there and believed it. Not only did they believe it, they carried it. Meaning that they carried the gossip. And you may have been wondering for years, like, why they were saying little smart, sarcastic things and saying things about you that wasn't true. It was because of that person. They told so many lies on you. And your family sat there and believed it. They did not have your back. I was talking about this yesterday, about being loyal. They were not loyal. They're not loyal to you. They regret it because now they realize that it wasn't true. It may have been years ago, things that happened, and they carried it for a long time until they realized that, wait a minute, we sat there and believed everything this person say. How we know? Because they were weak. They were weak. Let me tell you something. I have children. I have daughters. There is nobody from the outside in my family. I don't care, none of my kids' friends. I don't care who it is. The moment you come to me with some gossip, because it's gossip, or something about my children or one of my daughters, I'm getting right on the phone in front of your face while you're talking. First of all, I'm not going to even give you the opportunity to be talking about my child, because I'm going to be like, wait a minute, no. We don't do that. And I'm going to text my child or call them on the phone right in front of your face. I got, what's your name? Such and such in front of me. What's going on? Because my loyalty to the 3 children that I gave birth to, mine's, oh, you could never. You could never. I don't understand family like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get a mother. I don't get a father. I don't get a sister or brother, cousin, uncle, whoever it is. If you raised me and we stayed in the same household together, I don't get that. No one gets a chance to walk up to me and tell me anything without me, number one, asking you, what happened? Is this person lying? Because if they would have came to you and asked you what happened, you could have simply said, this person mad because I'm not giving to him no more. I'm not helping them. I'm not giving to them no more. And they mad. I walked away from them. I'm moving on with my life, and they're mad. Stop believing stuff this person say. They're just reflecting. And you could have told them who this person really was, but instead of them coming to you, they didn't. This is how you break people's trust. They broke your trust. You'll probably never trust these family members again, because why they do you like that? Do you know how many people will reach out to me with the same situation? It is so much disloyalty in families that it's just crazy. I find myself at times defending and being loyal to family members that I know they would never do that for me. They'll sell me out at real quick. But they don't know how loyal that I've been to them. And it's cool, because I'm going to continue to be me. One thing about life, don't worry about what other people doing. If God is leading you to be a certain kind of way, you still stand your ground, stand 10 toes down, and be you. Regardless of people being fake, being phony, allowing other people to interfere in your relationships, especially when it comes to family. Because at the end of the day, all you got is each other. You're going to let somebody from the outside come and destroy your family dynamic? No, that's not how life works. That's not how life works. That's for the weak. And I always say that. And some people may get mad because they know that they've contributed to situations like that. And yes, you were weak. You weak. Because you shouldn't give someone else the opportunity to come and destroy how you look or view at someone, especially when it's someone that's close to you. You let them deceive you into thinking that your family member was something that they wasn't, or your friend, or whoever it was. Always get to know people for yourself. If I go somewhere and I hear people saying something bad about one person, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm listening to what they're saying, but I always make it my business. Especially if I got to work with them, if I have to be around them, I always make it my business to go meet a person for yourself. Get to know a person for yourself. If someone just walks up to you telling you things, don't believe everything someone says. It is the trick of the enemy to show discord, to cause separation between family members And people, that's his job. That's his job. And the one thing that really irritates me is people that been sitting at church for 20, 30 years and they're not able to discern when the enemy is busy and trying to destroy your life and trying to destroy your relationships with your family members and things like that. You know, you need to do some more soul searching. Because in order for you to sit up and listen to someone tell you things about your family that's not true, to cause separation, to cause you all going against each other, you crazy. You crazy. You gotta be kidding me. All that time that you're spending going to church, supposed to be in your word, supposed to be this, and you can't tell the difference when the enemy is coming and trying to destroy you and your family. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is wrong in that area in your life. And you need to do some more praying and some more searching. Because you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. Not even if I didn't know God, and you still couldn't pay me. Because the love that I have for my children is much deeper than someone coming in and convincing me or telling me a lie about them. You're not able to do that. And even if my kids did do something wrong, I'm still their mother. I got to talk, baby, what did you do? What happened? Tell me what happened. As a parent, it's just certain things that you don't do. That's for me. As a family member, a sister, a brother, whatever it is, cousin, it's just certain things, you know, you just cross the line. And then you break that trust. They broke trust with you. So not only was this person crazy, mad at you because you cut them off, then they were able, like the enemy usually does, to go to your family members or friends or whoever it was that was close to you and convince them. No one seen it. No one recognized that. Now you're just left out in the cold. You don't know what's going on because they didn't never tell you. They never came to you. They never asked you what happened. I would have been concerned about my family member. I would have been like, wait a minute. What happened? What this person do to you? Like me, I think differently. I think differently. And I thank God that he's given me the wisdom that he's given me to think out of the box. Because people will lie. I learned this a long time ago. I remember I was about 19, 20 years old. My very first job. And I had this one coworker, I couldn't quite put together the pieces why this person was just so weird to me. I'm like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with this person? And this older lady that I used to work with, she told me exactly what was wrong with that person. I was like, oh, she said, baby, you got to pay attention. Because I told her that somebody else told me that something else was wrong with the lady. But I'm like, I'm not really sure. I can't quite put it together. And she said, baby, that's not what's wrong with her. You got to get to know people yourself. She said, I actually talked to her and I had a conversation with her. And she told me what was wrong. That was my number one lesson. To always get to know people for yourself and don't just listen to what someone else said. This person had an addiction. And it was very visible. I didn't know, but she needed help, basically. But the moral of the story is get to know people because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're going through in their life. Ask questions. Don't let someone just come up to you and tell you something. Ask questions. That's your family. That you're supposed to be 10 toes down. Wait a minute. Let me ask my mother. Let me ask my sister. Let me ask whoever it is. Let me ask my family what's going on. I need to reach out to them. Listen. We got to stick together. The enemy is always busy. And this person definitely was just mad at you because you cut them off. And you were no longer there for them. Let me tell you something. Whatever happened to this person, trust me, God said vengeance was his, and it was taken care of. Don't hold on to it. It didn't feel good when it was happening. It didn't feel good. I know you'll never forget. And it's probably hard for you to forgive your family for letting someone come into your life and just destroy your family and have them saying things about you that wasn't true. And I know it's going to be a while before you can trust these people again. But for your peace of mind, forgive, let go, and let God. Let him handle it. Let him deal with it. Because sometimes we seek vengeance and you're like, wow, you really did that to me? You may not have known. It may have been years. But now things make sense, you know? And when it was happening, maybe God didn't allow you to see it because he knew you not going to react good. He knew you were probably going to act up, all the way up. But God was protecting you. God was keeping you. And it's no longer a secret. These people, they know that this person lied. They know. But when it was happening, they fell right into the plot. They let the enemy use them too. They know. If they tell you that they don't, they lying. They knew. They knew. Look at who the person was. If they had did their homework and did a background check, a background history on this person, this is what they were known for doing. Habitual liar. Mad when things don't go their way. Comfort people. Flip the script. Try to make other people look bad. This is their MO. This is what this person did. And I know it don't feel good, but I'm here to tell you that you can overcome anything, any obstacle, anything that happens in your life. God was protecting you. He was keeping you safe. And you all right. You're all right. You are okay. God is getting ready to do some things in your life, regardless of what these people said, regardless of who believed it or whatever. God has vindicated you and put you in a different place in your life. God is getting ready to bless you or already bless you. Your life is okay. You're okay. No matter what has happened to you. Because I feel like someone may feel like, man, this was just so bad. And it was. It was not good. It was not good. It was not a good situation. But you made it through. You made it through. God allowed you to make it through. And you're okay. You're going to be okay. God loves you. He said, I love you so much. I've been protecting you. I got you. I know that what happened to you, sometimes the enemy is able to slip in and use people around you to try to destroy you, because God has a plan for your life. They don't want you to carry out that plan. The whole plan was to destroy you before you got on the path that God had for you. But God has been protecting you, keeping you safe. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and go forth and continue to be you. I'm Liliana, one with the vision. God bless you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Remember that God loves you always, and I love you too. Go be blessed.